It's that time of the month, guys. It's time to talk about Whiskey Haul.
See if we go out pretty strong at the end of the year. And by looking at both of our hauls, I think we did all right.
I went strong. He went
I went
nuclear.
broke.
He went nuclear over here. Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are going to talk about our whiskey haul for the month of December.
Yep. So, end of the year.
End of the
Going
year.
strong.
Yep.
Trying to go strong.
Yep.
Overall, it was kind of slow at the beginning. Finished out really strong for me. I was pretty happy.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I say it was slow in the beginning. It wasn't really that slow in the beginning, but
Yeah.
it seemed a little slow.
I just had a solid month.
Dude, you
Other-
crushed it.
yeah.
I'm looking at your bottles right now. You
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I
absolutely
just had a solid, it was just kind of something at the beginning, something in the middle,
the
something like,
consistency of
it was just kind of like consistently, like, I didn't buy a whole lot, but
Yeah.
what I did get were good bottles, so.
Yeah, overall, it was, it's kind of funny because, like, I never know how Decembers are going to go around here because,
Yeah.
like, sometimes distilleries can absolutely crush it, which they did put on. And
Yeah.
we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And then other times they don't. Same thing with liquor stores. Like, a couple of years ago, liquor stores at the end of the year, like, that was, like, some of your best time. Now it's kind of like, maybe it's more November. But it's a different game now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but overall, really happy with how December went. So I'll go ahead and start. And I'm going to start with the old box set of Four Roses, single barrels. I've been kind of debating about wanting one of these, and I finally bought one. I think Dave and I are going to do a project with it
We should.
and see if we can do some kind of blend of these and how they'll turn out.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. Hopefully it turns out good.
Hopefully. We'll see how it goes.
But anyways, we'll probably wait and do this maybe like in the summer months whenever there's just not a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
But overall, let me know in the comments below if you guys want us to do some kind of like project like that. So it'd probably be more of like a Tuesday, Thursday, not like a standard like review one. So
Yeah. My first one, and honestly one that I was really surprised with. So I got a Hard Truth. This is a Sauterine barrel or something. It's a sweet mash rye, just like the regular one is, finished in Sauterine wine barrels. So I could have got a single barrel Four Roses or this, and when I got there, he was like, "Listen, you can get those. I only got 6 of these. Matter of fact, I only have 3 left. So if you want one, you probably should get one of these because I actually enjoy Hard Truth.
we love Hard Truth.
And so
Big fans here.
I've only had their sweet mash rye, and so what I wanted to try was, okay, you're going to finish it in something. How does that taste? And it's actually not too bad. And I actually got another bottle at the same time, but and I appreciate getting the bottle because I ended up getting 4 tickets to the University of Kentucky and University of Louisville basketball game because of it. And so
That would be Dave.
that would be me. So my kids really wanted to go to the game, so I tried to make miracles happen. And because of certain people at certain places, you know who you are, I was able to make that happen. So appreciate it.
Fair enough. All right, next one. Kind of an exceptional series. My buddy Marcus, he has a wild work schedule where he's like driving back and forth from Louisville to Nashville every day. Wild. So anyways, but he stopped in at a random liquor store, found one of these. I know I picked one up. I don't know if my buddy Brent got one, but I think my buddy Scott also got one.
Yeah.
But overall, you guys, at this point in time, if y'all don't know, huge fan of the Exceptional series.
Yeah.
I think they do awesome stuff.
They
I think
do.
it's funky. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
So very appreciative. Marcus, you're my dude. Thank you.
And then my second one, which is technically Zach and I's second one, is the Still Austin. They sent this to us, which again, totally stoked that they sent it to us. This is the Bottle and Bond. It's called Blue Corn Bourbon Whiskey. We're actually going to do a review of all these.
Yeah, we
got a
got
bunch.
we got a lot of Still Austin to review coming up.
And we're thankful they sent them to us, so we're going to
Very
review them. Everything we've tasted so far has been actually really good.
Yeah.
So we're excited to kind of give them some kudos in their Texas whiskey. So
Yeah.
So
All right, next one. Rock Hill Farms. So really quick, I've talked about this before, but Guys Breakfast Club, we were all down there. This was kind of like our big December breakfast club. It was actually really cool. Andrea from Michter's was down there. They were actually doing a tasting, and her husband was down there. Got to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Super great guy. And we ended up doing a raffle down there since it was kind of like end of the year, and all of us who were down there drinking and stuff, we kind of just randomly were able to pick numbers out of a hat or out of a bag. I'm sorry, and everything was boxed, so nobody knew what they got. We all picked up, and boom, I won over Rock Hill Farm.
Rock Hill Farm. There
it was
is.
awesome. Again, BC, it's my people, it's my family.
Not my family, but they're distant cousins, maybe, something like that. They are good people. My next one is an Old Forester. This is a Evergreen, Cox's Evergreen, single barrel, 100 proof pick. You all know, if you have been part of this channel for any time, you know my love for Old Forester 100 proofs. And again, no one hardly does them. Cox's is one of the few that actually will do them.
I agree that restaurants will do them, but they hardly ever get released.
Yeah.
Or they're super high here locally.
Yeah.
And Cox's, they're legitimately the only ones who want to do them.
Yeah. And so I happen to be down in Bardstown, Evergreen, Bardstown, and she had a unicorn out, and I searched for like 45 minutes to find a unicorn, and got the unicorn and chose between this and an Eagle Rare. It really wasn't even a choice.
Oh, yeah,
this was the choice all day long. So super appreciative of that. So,
all right. Dave's Whiskey of the Year.
My Whiskey of the Year.
So a buddy of mine, he was looking for a certain bottle that I had. He had one of these to trade. So I was like, I'll make that trade with you. I was looking for another backup of one of these. Overall, I think it finished, was it 7th for me?
6th or 7th, yeah.
6th or 7th place for me. Love this bottle this year. I think it's great. I think it's better than last year's. Again, one of my favorite notes of all this year has been the dusty turkey note that comes off of this.
Yeah.
I was actually telling somebody earlier today that there is no, in a blind, if I had to do this blindly, I guarantee I'd guess an older dusty turkey.
Yeah.
And it would totally throw me off.
Yeah.
So, but overall, these are great. A little pricey, but still great.
A little pricey. Always a little pricey. My next one is a Parker's 10-year rye, and his next one is a Parker's double barrel blend. I was at the distillery, and they dropped them, and I was able to get one. So
perk of you living so close to
perk of me living 20 minutes from Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
If I hear of something, it's easy for me to pop in the car and drive down and at least stand in line for the chance to get what I want. So
the good thing about Heaven Hill is, since they went back to scanning IDs, people just aren't going down there camping every day and then kind of eating it all up. So realistic, especially for somebody like you, you don't have to wait around. You can wait around by the second, the third release of it, and then you can just drive right down there and drive right back wherever you're doing. You're good to go.
Yeah, I walked in, got it, walked out, and it was easy as that.
So mine came from a friend of the channel, and him and his wife was actually selected to go and do the Holiday on the Hill for Heaven Hill. They went and they did the one where him and his wife both, but they were able to get 2 of these. And he really liked it. He didn't want 2 of them. And so he actually messaged me. He's like, hey, would you want one? And I'm like, of course. Yes. So,
is that a real question?
Yeah. Basically, and my buddy, his name's Bill. Thank you so much. Sarah, that's his wife. Thank you again. You guys are awesome. So I'm very appreciative of it. Because this is one of my favorites that they've came out with.
I'll probably be appreciative of it too. I'll probably get a drink of that.
He'll probably drink a lot of it.
Yeah,
so.
Or he'll go back. This is actually one of my favorites too, the double barrel blend.
Yeah, it's awesome. Really good. Yeah. And whenever people sit there and it's like, I think I like the heavy char more. For me, I was able to blind it at Cox's Evergreen Nulu. They had one more heavy char left. They brought it down and blinded it. I was like, it's so debatable. Yeah. I think I like the heavy char more, but it's so close. Overall, great.
Really good stuff. Is it you?
It is me, actually. All right. This year's Elijah Craig. Gosh, you said that, it's thrown me off ever since. This year's E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Batch 12. Actually got this from a local store over here in Indiana.
Yeah.
This was actually kind of a little bit of a shocker. I think I kind of caught somebody off guard whenever I asked about it, because I could kind of see it from behind the counter, and I don't think they were supposed to sell it to me. And kind of worked out. I paid double the price of retail, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So, it was just kind of one of those things to where I was coming home from work. I stopped in the local place I like to stop in about once a week, just see if they get anything.
Yeah.
And I just got lucky. That's all. It literally just comes out. I know whenever you guys here will see in the comments, like, oh, they say they just got lucky. This was literally just dumb luck, and I don't think they were going to sell this to me or supposed to sell this to me. But I just asked the right employee. I was like, is that for sale? And she scanned it. It's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's for sale. Take it.
Done.
Always good. My next one is, again, Old Fitz 8-year. The funny thing is I got this when it first released. And then...
The one at Heaven Hill? Or are you talking about the old 8-year?
I can't remember. I feel like I got this bottle once already this year. Before they started doing IDs again.
Wait, did you get the 10-year when it came out?
I did get the 10-year as well. But maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just I did get the 10 for sure. But anyway, again, went down. Again, the perks of living 20 minutes away from Heaven Hill. Got the phone call.
I get it. I respect it.
Got a phone call that said, hey, they have, yes, it was from him. It's like they dropped a ton, so you might have a chance. So as soon as he said that, I got in my car, drove, took 2 other people with me, and they were all able to get it as well. So they were really happy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Spread the cheer.
I'll stick on the Heaven Hill train.
Boo, 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 boo.
So, talking about, gosh, these are so similar with the color. All right, so I got a William Heaven Hill 15-year, William Heaven Hill 17-year. Going back to the Holiday on the Hill event, I did not get in. I also didn't even worry about getting in because of another event I was able to get into that same night. But they did a tasting where they had all these bottles you could taste. And then if you were lucky enough to get a chance to be in that, you got to buy it.
Yeah.
Friends who went to it were best friends with my cousin. So he was in contact with them, and they actually liked it. It was the same situation. They liked the William Heaven Hills that they got to try. They didn't love.
Yeah.
They didn't love it enough to buy 2 bottles of it. So I, of course, told my cousin, I was like, I really love these.
Yeah.
So
tell them to buy them. Tell them to buy them.
So buy them, and then I will buy them from them, and I'll give them samples of them if they need them.
Yeah.
Or samples of other stuff. So actually what I end up doing is I end up buying these, and I think I give them like a sample of like King and the new Four Roses and some other stuff. So
good stuff.
It just kind of worked out.
Yep. Those are good bottles to have. My next one is for Roselli. This is, I think, 2 months in a row that I've gotten an LE.
Mm-hmm.
Just the luck of the draw.
You've gotten a lot of them this year.
Yeah,
it's been your bottle.
It actually has been my bottle this year. Outside of the Stag Juniors or the Stags, which was 2023 is the first year I'd ever gotten one in the wild, and I got like 4 of them in the wild. These, I've gotten a ton of these. Not a ton of them, but 5 or 6 or 7 of them. So really appreciate this. This is, the LE we told you, we love it, and
it's awesome.
Just glad that I got it.
I'm gonna have to work on trying to trade it or getting it from them.
Yeah,
that's what I have to do.
Yeah.
All right. So next one for me.
I mean, you might have gotten something for next month that, I mean.
I ain't trading for that. All right. So talking about, we've talked on the channel a lot about end of the year stuff. Excuse me. End of the year stuff for, your local liquor stores or whatever you shop at or whatever.
Yeah.
This was one of them for me. This was an end of the year kind of like, hey, you've been a really loyal customer, blah, blah, blah. Would you be interested in this? So I was like, sure. Because actually, I think this year's Old Rip is pretty good. Actually, I thought last year's Old Rip was pretty good too.
Yeah.
I feel like Buffalo Trace is going on a pretty good like little tear of doing it because I've never really been a big Old Rip fan until like really the last couple of years. I thought they've done a really excellent job with it. So this was just one of those that it was not a gift because I obviously had to buy it, but it was one of those opportunities I'm very, very grateful for. So.
Yeah, and I would say that my Four Roses was an end of the year loyalty kind of thing.
Sure.
Too. That's what I would probably put that in that category as well.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you go ahead because you have you're going to go like 3 times to my 1. So.
Okay, I'll go again. So we've already done one review of it. So I was actually able at the end of the year. Actually, I got 2 Kings. One of them I got a lot sooner. The one that I was able to review, that we were able to review, we got a lot sooner. This other one that I got was from a company that we always I talk a lot about them, but so Cox's Evergreen Nulu, they're owned by Cox's, and what they do is at the end of the year, they take everybody's loyalty points in the system, and if you are, they basically make a list, and they send out an email, and they give you options on what you would want. They tell you to pick 3, and kind of depending on where you're stacked, I guess when it comes to loyalty points is where you kind of fall, so you request for your bottles. So one of these was one of my loyalty points from Cox's Evergreen Nulu. And the other one, I can't say where it came from, but it came from another place around here that we love.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so that was our end of the year. And honestly, I kind of thought, like, I told Dave this. I said, I kind of thought, like, because there was some opportunity to get Kings this year, and I was at work for all of them.
Yeah.
And
I missed out on all of them, too, so.
So it was kind of like one of those like random.
I said I wasn't buying any more bottles, but I
told you that was a terrible idea. I
lied to myself.
But like didn't get any of the Total Wine ones, and there was actually a lot that went out Total Wine through the public. So and it was just it just is what it is. Favorite stuff that I chase after every year.
Yep.
At the end of the day, I would rather have one of these than any B-Tag, any Pappy. Basically anything. There might be like a random one-off that I would rather chase for harder.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Kings are always what I am working on trying to chase after.
Yep, makes sense. And my last one is, which you all know my disdain for Willet, but when Willet comes in front of your face, like you buy it. Because I'll probably end up trading something that I really want for it. I mean, honestly speaking, because there are a lot of people that do love Willet, and because there's a lot of people that do love Willet, you'll get the opportunity to maybe trade and get something that I want. Like, I don't even know what that would be at this point, but I'll sit on this until a good trade comes up.
And yours is a Willet distillery.
Yeah.
So this is your 9-year?
Yeah, it's a 9-year.
Yeah, your 9-year. This is a Willet distillery. This is 11-year sourced. And then this is a Liquor Barn OG Mashville 4.
Yeah.
So there was actually a lot of Willet available this month.
Yeah.
So in this Mashville 4.
They're still doing those 8-year, the ones that look like they're in a wine bottle or whatever, the 8-year weeded. Isn't that what that was?
Oh, yeah, the black ones.
Yeah, the black one. Yeah. They still
keep
putting a bunch of those out.
Yeah, that is true.
And the experimental series too. They did a bunch of those.
Oh
too.
yeah, the is it XCF?
XCF.
Whatever they are. I haven't tried that one, but I've actually heard it's actually good.
Yeah.
So I will say the Liquor Barn OG Mashville 23 number 4. I think it's actually really, really good. I was actually really happy with it. So I've been drinking on it a little bit, but overall, a ton of Willets available.
Yeah.
In December. So, and then.
The reason why he's broke this month.
I'm very broke. This is the bottle that we've talked about at one point in time in one other video that I was really...
If you talk about it, I'll open it up.
That I was really chasing after, hoping in some way, shape, or form for a miracle to be able to get. But this was an event that you had to go to for the Old Forester 150th, which actually that lighting looks terrible. And this is the 150th bottle, and you got to do a tour, an event, and all that stuff. And this thing, guys, is absolutely gorgeous. It tastes amazing. It is. I was shocked at how much I loved it, because I honestly thought to myself, there's no way this bottle's gonna live up to the price, because the price of it was not cheap. The tour / tasting of it was $2,500, and that is a crazy, ridiculous price, I know. With that being said, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get a bottle like this. These boxes are absolutely gorgeous, and they're labeled on the front. There's only 150 of them that went to the public. I think they're gonna put a couple in charity raffles.
Yeah.
All the Brown family had them. But this is basically a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for people who are Brown-Forman fans. And what's crazy about this is, whenever this first dropped, it didn't sell out instantaneously. You had what, 5-10 minutes?
I mean,
to kind of make a decision?
I had it. I should have done it, but I didn't. Still kicking myself.
Well, you didn't know.
I mean, I did know. I did
I'm
at the end of the day. But it takes a lot. Like $2,500 is a lot.
That's a huge commitment, and trust me, I get it. Like, I wouldn't knock anybody for doing it. I wouldn't knock anybody for not doing it. Like, I understand all of that. With all that being said, whenever I was talking to my buddy Scott about it, and, him and I talked, because, not only are we drinkers, but we're also collectors at the end of the day. Like, you guys see how much that we open here and we talk, and same with Dave. Like, obviously you're a drinker, but you're also a collector. This is a piece of my whiskey collection that I have, and I love it and I adore it. And this is like truly, like, whenever I talk about like special occasion whiskey or whatever it would be, like, this is retirement. This is kid's wedding, stuff like that. And the really cool thing is, at the event that we got to go to, we actually got to try it there. It's actually really good. Yeah. Like, I was like hoping, like, man, I hope it's good. And the biggest takeaway I had from it, whenever I put on my notes, is there is a strawberry jam / like strawberry like pudding kind of like note on there.
Yep.
I've never gotten from a Brown-Forman product. I've never gotten from a Old Forester product or anything else like that. So I absolutely loved it. Also, when it came time to like the after party, we got to have basically all the President's Choices / birthdays that we wanted. And like, I ended up I had to leave early, because I made the comment. I said, I drove here. If I don't leave now, I'm not going to be able to leave. And I didn't leave my car downtown.
Yeah.
Because we went through the first group. I was part of the first group of that tour. We probably killed, there was, I don't know, 20 of us or whatever. We probably killed 2 President's Choices in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because they were pouring and they were doing a great job.
Yeah.
With all that being said, by far the nicest event I've been to. Heaven Hill knows how to host. Four Roses knows how to host. Old Forester / Brown-Forman hosted the best event I've ever been to. The food was great. The drinks were great. The whole tour was great.
Yeah.
Earl Campbell was there. He did a great speech. The environment was fun, and it was just, they did a great job.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very grateful, very, very appreciative of everything. And the bottle is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, for sure.
And Dave, I know you're wondering, that cork is extremely heavy.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
I can just tell.
That thing will probably be going back into the safe. With all that being said, that would normally
be your last.
That would normally be my last, but my favorite bottle, and I mean this, that I've gotten at the end of the month, was this Willet. It's a Liquor Barn OG Mashville number 123. My wife actually got this for me. So this was my Christmas present from her. I was shocked, a little taken aback, because I was like, not only did she go out and get me something that I love, that I appreciate, she actually went out and did a good job.
Yeah.
Like, and she always does a great job, but like, she didn't go out and just go out and get like a Jim Beam or a standard like Bofo, like 100, something I would like and drink.
She usually messages me and goes, "You think he'll get this? You think he'll like this?" And so I'll go like, "Nah, he'll hate that. He doesn't want that."
But I'm just very appreciative. I'm very, very lucky.
Yeah.
My wife's very supportive of everything that we do around here. So is your wife, by the way.
Yeah. She doesn't watch, but she's appreciative. She's supportive.
She is supportive. So, but it's just, I'm very fortunate. I'm very lucky to have a wife that's like all about me. And she doesn't drink. She does drink, but she doesn't drink bourbon.
Yeah.
But she's very supportive of me doing this. So I just want to say that and give a shout out to her, because I love her.
Shout out to Randa.
she's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, tell us what you got this month. Tell us what's your favorite thing, maybe even in all of 2023 was.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear that. So hit the like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, do all that good stuff. And until the next time,
we'll see you.
We'll see you.